Hello. Today I am pleased to welcome Mark Kozaki, a dual William Patterson degree holder, a media industry veteran, Distinguished Alumni Award recipient, and former William Patterson instructor, and among the university's most enthusiastic, dedicated, and generous alumni. Mark graduated from William Patterson in 1979 with a BA in Communication and received his MA in Communication in 1980. Those degrees and the support of great teachers and mentors set him on a successful career path that included being a founding member of Discovery Communications. There, he held senior leadership positions overseeing the likes of the Travel Channel, Animal Planet, and helping turn them into household names. His success in the industry led to his twice being elected to the Board of Governors of the Academy of Television Arts and Sciences, where he led the creation of a new Emmy Award categories in increasing popular reality and nonfiction TV shows. In 2019, Mark retired as a programming officer at Ahura TV, where he oversaw all program acquisition and scheduling for the US-based Pan-Aram News and Information Network. An avid sports fan, Mark was for decades a regular attendee of the NCAA Final Four men's basketball tournament and a football season ticket holder at the University of Maryland near his Washington, D.C. area home. I'm delighted to have him back with me today on campus. Welcome, Mark.
Thank you, Dr. Heldal. We're always a pleasure to visit the campus.
It's great to see you. And you were just telling me some great stories of the red brick on the inner hall, of how that was the inner portion of this building before we expanded it. So we know that the stories you're going to tell us about William Patterson are going to be insightful. But let's just start with how you came to attend William Patterson.
Well, practical considerations were foremost. Affordability was a major criterion, and proximity to home. The two are certainly interrelated. So I was looking for where I could get a quality education at a relatively reasonable tuition cost, and that meant I would be a commuter student, so living here in North Jersey. And I learned that William Patterson had an outstanding reputation in its communication program, which was the academic area of interest for me. And that's how I decided to attend this school.
Well, you know, that's still the reason many of our students still come. Affordability and quality, and you know, the television station has continued to win the Marconi Award and all sorts of accolades. So we have continued that tradition of a great program that alumni like you built. But tell me what your favorite memory of William Patterson is.
Oh, I think unquestionably it would be the work on the university's radio station, WPSC Radio. I had the opportunity to be on the air, newscasting, sportscasting, disc jockey. So I was gaining the practical experience, and it was fun. I was making friends with a lot of fellow students, and in an area that I was very interested in as a career, and so enjoyable. I'd rank that as number one.
So many of our students tell us that it's those friendships that they built either in the radio station or in the Beacon or in student government that really, you know, makes their William Patterson experience memorable, and they still, you know, keep in touch with a lot of those friends that they made to this day. So did you come to William Patterson knowing you wanted to be a communication major?
Yes, my interest was in newscasting and sportscasting, journalism. So I declared as a major right away, and I think, you know, I say sportscasting. I'm a big sports fan. You mentioned University of Maryland. I'm a season ticket holder. I realized, as a lot of teenagers do, well, I'm not going to be a Major League Baseball player, but what might be the next best thing? Oh, I could be working in sports radio and TV, or news radio and TV, something like that. That's what attracted me to the field.
So is there someone in particular on campus who strongly impacted your college career?
Unquestionably, the name that comes to mind right away is Dr. Maltese. Doc was what we called him, Anthony Maltese. He was the department chair at that time when I was a student. And in addition to the courses that I took with him, he was a mentor. He was a caretaker of this entire department. And I think if you ask that question to students who were in this school at the time I was, 95% of them would give you that same answer.
Right.
Number one. There were others, some of the faculty members, Herb Jackson, Michael Ray. These were people who had long careers in the industry, and now they were teaching here and sharing their real-world experiences as well with the students. I was enamored to hear their stories and to learn from them. Even Dr. Diana Peck, whom I had as one of my instructors, who's still teaching here today, and we've kept in touch over the years. So, yeah, those few certainly.
Well, so many mentioned either faculty or staff that really made a huge difference in their career path. So the media world is changing rapidly, almost daily,
Yes,
right?
yes.
What advice would you give to today's communication students that will still be applicable in 4 or 5 years?
A flexibility in your mindset, a willingness to be adaptable to change. The technological advancements, the revolution of technology continues, and at such a rapid pace. You know, in this field, we went from, when I was a student, from over-the-air broadcasting to cable and satellite. Now we're in the world of internet and streaming. Who knows what's next? That ability to have that open, flexible mindset. And it relates to the learning process, too. Even when we finish our schooling here, we're not finished with our schooling. The education process continues, lifelong learning and skills development and so forth. So that's my advice to the students.
You know, I'm always grateful. When I was a faculty member directing the Nutcracker and I would do the morning radio shows, it was actually the morning radio. You had to get up early. I still do the morning radio shows as the president, but I can tape it in the afternoon,
Right.
for which I am totally
Yes.
grateful.
Yes.
Grateful. So if you had to say how the industry changed over your career, what would be the biggest change that you would cite?
Well, with those technological advancements, there is so much more control among the audience now. We don't get up out of a couch and walk to the other side of the room and change a channel on a TV.
Right.
We don't come home at Tuesday night at 9 o'clock to watch our favorite show. It's on demand. Watch it when you want, where you want, on whatever device you want. That's what's really been so dramatic in change.
Well, I had mentioned in your introduction your generosity toward the university, and you know, one of the causes that you generously support is the Brave New Radio Alumni Scholarship. And I know we have some great photos of you at the mic back in your student studio days, and we're going to certainly share those. But talk to us a little bit about why you give back to William Patterson, both with your time as a previous instructor and with your generous donations.
Well, in the broadest perspective, it's the right thing to do. But I think beyond that, what I'm looking to do is reciprocate. I was fortunately a beneficiary of some scholarships when I was a student, and along with student loans and employment income, that's how I was able to get myself through school. I am delighted, just delighted to have the opportunity to give back in that way. And also, I'd say, I think about potential and opportunity. You know, we all have potential, but the amount of opportunity that each one of us has varies. So by giving back, my hope is that maybe it creates some additional opportunities for students that may not have quite so much to take that potential and exploit it to their fullest.
Well, when you attend the scholarship dinner, you always hear those testimonials for students in terms of how scholarship dollars made the difference between them being able to finish or not. So those dollars mean a world to our students, and thank you for your continued support. So we always like to close these with what we refer to as the lightning round.
Lightning round.
I'm the 8th
Okay.
president, so there's 8 questions.
Okay.
And some are
Gotcha.
about your time at William Patterson, and some are about your life right now. So are you ready? These are real quick answers.
I'll try to respond with
All right.
thunder to your lightning.
Okay. What would the title of your autobiography be?
Well, in the theme of television, I would say the Mark Kozaki story, to be continued.
What was your go-to meal as a student?
On campus, roast beef sandwich in the Student Center building.
Favorite study spot?
Probably at home in my bedroom as a commuter student.
You're naming a new pet, William or Patterson?
Billy Pat.
Oh, interesting. You're buying a new sweater, orange or black?
Well, again, TV, orange is the new black.
Yes.
So,
What was your toughest class at William Patterson?
toughest. Maybe economics, accounting, computer science, among the most difficult.
If you have a favorite piece of WP branded gear, what is it?
Got a few sweatshirts, baseball cap, even the refrigerator magnets.
Everyone loves the WP magnets, that's for sure. What is the best piece of advice that you could give to today's students, no matter their major?
Well, I would strongly urge them to get involved. Internships, part-time employment opportunity, extracurricular activities, supplement the classroom learning, build the resume, develop the skills, networking, and it all comes through that type of activity and involvement.
Great, Mark. Thanks for playing. Thanks
you.
for taking time to meet with me today and to share your expertise. And of course, thank you for staying connected to William Patterson and for all your support of future students. It means the world to us.
It is my pleasure. Thank you.
Great,
Go
thanks.
Pioneers.
Go Pioneers. Thanks, Mark.
Thank you.